Hi, my name is Mrs. Overish, and I'm so glad you're here to learn something new with me today. Did you know that we have seasons throughout our year? Do you know how many seasons we have in a year? That's right, we have 4 seasons. Today, we're going to be talking about the names of those 4 seasons, when they are, and the weather during those seasons, and maybe some things that we do during those seasons. Let's go ahead and get started by talking about the names of the seasons. Does anyone know what season we are in right now? That's right, we're in fall, or some people call this season autumn. After fall or autumn, we have winter. After winter, we have spring. Then comes summer, and then after summer, we come back to fall. When we think about these 4 seasons, they come around the same time in the same months every year. Right now, we are in fall, which is in October, November, or December. After fall is done, we hop into winter, which starts in December and goes through January and February. Then comes spring in March, April, and May. After spring, we have summer, which is June, July, and August, and then back to fall in September, October, and November. Those are our 4 seasons. We're going to talk about some things today that remind us of these 4 seasons. At home, if you want to get a piece of paper and a pencil and follow along with me, you can. I'm going to draw a big square on our board and write our 4 seasons in each spot. So we have fall, winter, what comes after winter? We have spring, and after spring comes summer. After summer, then we go back to fall. So they continue to follow each other the same way every year. When you think of fall, what do you think of? I think of pumpkins, what else do you think of? Maybe you think of picking apples. What other things do you think of when you think of fall? Pumpkins and apples. Maybe you think of the leaves changing or the leaves falling from the trees. What are some other things when you think of fall? Maybe you think of starting adding layers to your clothes. It starts to get cooler in fall, but when the sun is out, it still can feel warm. So maybe in the morning we have a light jacket, so we're ready for the morning, but by the afternoon we're playing outside in a t-shirt. So sometimes in fall, we might wear a light jacket over our clothing. Is there any other things that you think of when you think of fall? All right, nice job. Let's talk about winter. After fall comes winter. What are some things when you think of the season winter? We know winter is in our months December, January, and February. So what are some things that are happening in that season or things that we wear in that season? Maybe you think of how it can get really cold and sometimes even snow in winter. I can draw a snowflake to represent how it can get cold in winter. What are some other things that we think of in winter? Maybe you think of it being so cold that you have to wear a hat and gloves and maybe a big coat to keep you warm when you're outside. I can draw a stocking cap and maybe a big coat that keeps us warm in winter. What are some other things that you might think of in winter? I think of trees and lights. Sometimes people decorate their homes with lights in wintertime. I think of trees and pine trees that are blooming or still have their leaves when other trees don't in winter. Are there any other things that you think of when it comes to winter? Nice job. What season comes next after winter? We have spring. Spring happens in March, April, and May. What are some things that we think of when it comes to spring? I think of it being kind of rainy outside as the cool weather is leaving and that warmer weather is coming in. Sometimes we get thunderstorms or rain. What are some other things you think of when it comes to spring? Maybe you think of flowers blooming from all that rain and the sun coming back from winter. With flowers blooming, we also get new life. So maybe those bugs start to come back, new baby bunnies or baby birds that we start to hear chirping in the mornings. So we think of new life when it comes to spring. So I can think of little baby bunnies. Maybe I also think of bees or other things like that coming back out after winter. So with spring, we might think of it being kind of rainy, but also with that good rain comes all these really pretty things that have been hiding in the cold winter. And our last season is summer. Summer happens in June, July, and August. What are some things you think of when it comes to summer? I think of it being really hot in summer. So I'm gonna draw a sun. I also think of our days being really long. Our sun is out for a really long time, makes the days really hot. We get up early and sometimes we might stay up late as well. I think of sitting at the pool because in the summer, it's so hot, you gotta be by some water to cool off. Maybe you also think about not being at school during summer. We get those months off away from school. You have more time to be at home and spend time with your family. No school during summer. Are there any other things that you think of when you think of summer? All right, nice job. So we have our 4 seasons. In our 4 seasons, we have fall, which is in September, October, and November. Winter is December, January, and February. We have spring in March, April, and May, and summer in June, July, and August. Think about your birthday. Which season is your birthday in? My birthday is in summer. Is your birthday in summer? Or is your birthday in fall, winter, or spring? I want you to grab a piece of paper and maybe some crayons, and with the help of an adult, I want you to think of what your birthday would look like if you had to have a birthday party outside in your season. For me, since my birthday's in summer, if I want to have an outside birthday party, I'd maybe have it at the pool or with water balloons or playing with the hose. But if my birthday was in winter, I might think of my birthday party being making a snowman or maybe coming inside and having hot cocoa after you've spent all day in the snow. What would your birthday look like depending on what season your birthday's in? Can you ask an adult to help you draw or talk about what your birthday party would look like? Today, we talked about the 4 seasons. Our 4 seasons are fall, winter, spring, and summer. My name is Mrs. Overish, and thank you so much for coming and learning with me today.